Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. We're doing your reading. Okay, so this is gonna be a very different one. This is a new addition to our channel at Eat Read Love Inc. So this is gonna be for the Gemini Ascendant and the Gemini Moon. This is a forecast, a general forecast for Vedic sidereal astrology. We also have our wonderful Vedic astrologer here. It is Dr. Pai as our consultant for this month, and it's gonna be a regular thing that we are going to be doing this for 2020. But this is the first one, just January 2020 prediction. So let's all welcome Dr. Pai right here.
Thank you, Sal, for having me here. As you mentioned, I want to reiterate it's a general prediction. For more, in detail predictions, we'll have to know in Vedic astrology about your major periods, which we call as Mahadashas, and Antardashas, which is sub-periods. We also would like to know about your yogas to make more accurate predictions. But this is more of a general prediction, but this can be quite, for many of them, it could be quite accurate because it gets the themes. We are looking at more of the themes which will operate for, these signs. So we could be doing Gemini ascendant.
Okay, so there it is, folks. So just always make sure that it's like we're using Vedic sidereal astrology, and it seems like you have to look first at your Mahadasha and your yogas before you go for general prediction. As far as I know what we can do and provide here as a service is like we will try to make it as accurate as possible, and then it's like then at the same time you still have to see first from your Mahadasha. Okay, so let's start here with the Gemini ascendant and the Gemini moon. Here you go, Dr. Pai.
Okay. For all the Gemini people, Mercury will be going through their seventh house of their relationship, business partnerships, and there's a lot of congregation of planets happening in the seventh house for them. So seventh house is more of family affairs, also wanting to co-inhibit with people, or you want to stay with somebody like a marriage partner. Also, what I would say is the seventh house was also what people perceive you in the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mercury being there in the seventh house will definitely make you feel much more powerful, also much more visible out there. And the eclipse has happened in the seventh house. So, obviously, that area of your life, where it's about relationships or partnerships or your spouse, or your common law partner or whatever, that will be some area of your life that will be more prominent. Even businesses, many of them will be looking at businesses and how to grow their business. Now, let me just quickly go through how this month is going to pan out for them. From first to second, it's all about family matters for them. I would say between 3rd and 4th of January, I would say for Gemini Ascendant, again, it's going for short travels, or you might go visit a park or you know, a fun center like a water theme park or something like that. And then between 5th and 6th, what I'm seeing is more of a family time. Spend more time with your family. And then between 7th, the best time for them is 7th and 8th, which I feel that would be best time for relationships. There's another time that I would also see for relationships, and having good relationships for these people would be somewhere around 30th to 1st of February. For anything that you want to go for a date, these are very good days for you to express yourself to your partner as well, okay, or to somebody that you love. For Gemini ascendants, work and overworking, because I feel 9th and 10th is where you would be worried about work, but at the same time, it's also about physical weakness. There's an eclipse, lunar eclipse happening around that time, and I feel that you should be careful during that time. Less that you speak is much better for you, because that's when I also see some heated arguments that can happen within your work environment, or with people that you work with, with your peers or something like that. Mars is there in the 6th house for you, so that's what I want you to be careful about. Then I think the best time for you to go for an outing and all of those 11th and 12th of January, beautiful days. Between 13th and 18th, I would say very good time for you to go back to your books and read a lot of books, or what you want to master, even I would say, because Venus is coming in the eighth house for them. So I would say, wanting to learn about occult sciences, or also wanting to go out on a secret date with your partner, or setting up a secret date for your partner might be a perfect thing. Surprise your partner with a candlelight dinner or something of that sort. Okay. 19th to 20th, beautiful day for you to actually receive some money. I see some money. If you're expecting from somebody to receive it, I think that would be the time when you would receive it. Also, what I want to say to you is between 21st and 22nd, uh, you need to take a rest, or probably wanting to join a retreat program, or wanting to go expenses. That's the time when I see some expenses also coming in through shopping for your partner or something of that sort. So expenses there. 23rd, 24th, excellent time for you for your work. And then 27, 28 would be, I would say again, short travels. Okay, I'm seeing more of short travels for you. 29, 30th, I feel it's more of a homely affair. And spend more time with your kids, if you have kids at home, with your children at home. 30th and 1st of February, I think again, very good time for you to go out. Also, if there is something to do with your children, taking them to a sport or something. And also, some dates I would really say for Gemini these days are very good for them. If they're looking to have a child in this time, I think 30th and 1st, and then 7th and 8th are good dates
That's
for you.
perfect. Wow. So for babies, it's a baby season, I guess there. So, Dr. Bai, one question that I want, like I've been dying to ask this for the Gemini ascendant, Gemini moon, is that Jupiter now it sits on its natural home, which is the Karaka for for spouse. It's like, I mean, in seventh house. Sorry, seventh house is, it's like this is relationship, marriage, and Jupiter is sitting there. I mean, however, of course, in the month of January, we still have Saturn over there. You still have K2. And then, it's like you have Mercury, their natural lord, also aspecting their seventh. Is this the time for relationship, or is this really a time where you like slow things down, don't make any moves because there's just so many activities there?
Absolutely. I think there are so many activities happening in the seventh and the eighth house with Venus there. You have an eclipse which is happening on your ascendant, which is yourself. So some of the decisions that you take might also be clouded because of the eclipse. Secondly, Venus is in the eighth house for you. And what is happening is there's a new moon on the 24th of January, which is happening with your Venus.
Right. Ah, I see.
So that will make you very emotional during that time.
Okay.
Venus moon is the time when you become extremely emotional with something. So I think it's best to learn to handle your emotions during this time for a Gemini. And too much of activities in the seventh house, so business, partnerships, or whatever, probably you wouldn't want to keep it for a later, date in probably the following month, not in this month.
Okay.
Although there might be some area that will come up because of the eclipse happening on their ascendant.
Exactly. Yeah, so you heard it, Gemini. Okay, so this month kind of slow things down. I mean, there's no rush. I mean, considering Jupiter is gonna stay there for like 11 more months. It's like it just entered November, so there's no rush for relationship. Let's just wait for Venus and Moon. Because that's where the eclipse is gonna be happening on the 10th. It's like let's wait for that energy to subside because it might bring some emotional. Kind of like later on you're gonna be a mistake for you to like, oh, why did I do that? So just try to go within, okay, for this month with regards to relationship, as as that house is very very busy right now for the Gemini ascendant. Now, Dr. Bai, about let's just because I'm looking at here where at some point how to say this, you have here Mars is in Scorpio still, and it's it's related to their 9 to 5, their job, their activities, their health. And it's good because it's in its own home. So there might be some sort of like overuse of energy, also like over much on fitness and going into schedule every day. It's like being on point at the same time. However, I'm looking at it where it might cause a burnout at the same time. What can you see, Dr. Pai, for the six for the Scorpio house?
Okay, for Gemini, ascendant or moon, you can also see around the 24th,
Mhm.
as Saturn is also going to move around that time. 24th or 25th is when Saturn is going to move. So what I want to say to them is overthinking causes human mind to create many negative scenarios. I think you should also not replay some of your past memories. That's very, very important during that time. Another thing that I want to say, with Mars in the sixth house, intelligent people usually try to avoid any conflicts because towards the second half of the month, Gemini have a tendency to invite some sort of conflicts,
Mhm.
right? Um, it's the best way to deal with this is to say nothing. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that you have to be ostracized by somebody, but you can just stay away from any controversies or anything that will bring sort of a heated argument or a debate.
Mhm.
Because you had the eclipse which has happened. I mean, the solar eclipse on 2026, which happened in your seventh house.
Yes,
Lunar eclipse happening in your first house. So first seven axis is very, very active now.
I see. And then,
So I would
um,
not want you to do anything related to your. So be careful about those areas of life, I would say.
okay, so be careful on those relationship. Even it might appear. I mean, it will be very fragile considering it's the first house, which is you as an ascendant, and of course seventh house, which is others. These are relationship that you build. So those are those are the things that you should be looking at in particular for this month for January. It's the highlight. All right, Gemini ascendant. Now, for as far as we're closing with our prediction for Gemini Ascendant, any last prediction or words that you can give the Gemini Ascendant Moon, Dr. Pai?
Yeah, it's good for you to not get agitated and frustrated during this time. It's best to go for a walk. I would say the best thing is whenever you can diffuse a matter by just moving away from that situation. So for Gemini, because with Rahu in the first house for you, is best to move away from any conflict.
Mhm.
I think that's the best for the month of January 2020. Then.
Okay, so there you go, Gemini. Start walking from January 1st to the 30th. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So, but anyhow, so this is going to be our January 2020 prediction, general prediction for Vedic Sidereal Astrology. If you do not know your chart, we would be putting a link down there in the description box to get your Vedic Sidereal chart. And at the same time, for anything that you need for consultation with Dr. Pai, we would be putting all his social media information is that right there, so you guys can get in touch with him. And again, I consult Dr. Pai, so if I consult Dr. Pai, you might as well consult him. Okay, so you need some consultation, I think, right now. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next month with another general prediction for Vedic Sidereal Astrology for Ascendant Moon and for the Ascendant and the Moon in Gemini. Bye, guys.